I'm from upstate New York, Glens Falls area. Well, I joined when I was 18, went to Naval Academy Prep School in 1987, and have been in ever since then. I had an older cousin who was in the Naval Academy at the time, and I just saw how much respect everyone had for him and the support that he had from the family, and thought that would be really cool to do that. I could see that there's a lot of pride and respect for those that serve, and I wanted to be part of that. So I'm the Carrier Air Wing Commander. They call it CAG, which holdover from the old days of where commander of the air group. But I'm in charge of the Carrier Air Wing 7. We have 7 squadrons currently assigned to us, 8 in total once we get our E2 squadron. And we'll have 70 aircraft, and we'll also have approximately 1,700 people. And so my title in the, as the Air Wing Commander, I'm the Strike Warfare Commander for the CSG, for the Strike Group. So working for the Admiral, I'm responsible for strike warfare when we're out to sea on deployment. So when we're out to sea, there's multiple different roles that the Air Wing will play. Our primary job is to strike warfare. So if we need to attack targets, as you're seeing done day in and day out in Syria and Iraq, that's our primary responsibility. Launch aircraft, go find the targets, destroy the targets. But we also are supporting role for the Desron, so we'll support him with helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft to do sea search and control for looking for vessels around the ship and then protecting the ship. And we also will support the Air Warfare Commander, which is the cruiser commander, in support of air defense of the carrier. So we'll go out and support them by providing aircraft to do defensive counter-air missions as well. Well, my vision is just to ensure that our aircraft and our personnel achieve the greatest training that they can during our training phase, so that when we're called to execute our nation's bidding, that we're prepared to execute with lethal precision. I think we have a couple. The first one is realizing where we are in this training cycle. We have quite a bit of time before we actually get out on deployment. And I always think of the quote of Muhammad Ali where he says that the fight is won or lost way before he ever steps into the ring under the light. It's on those long runs, it's in the gym. And that's where I see ourselves right now, is we're in the gym. We've got a long ways to go, but if we want to be ready to win, we have to take advantage of this time, and we have to push ourselves and keep focused to be a champion. The second challenge, I think, is our missions and daily tasks don't always align and complement each other. Whether it's a RAS one day for the ship, and then you're having to move all the aircraft so that we can't do flight ops, or vice versa. There's always something that we're going to be not butting heads, but there's conflicting interests. We have to understand each other's missions, we have to understand how they interact with each other, and we have to understand how we can help each other be successful, because the ship can't do it alone, the Air Wing can't do it alone. We have to be a team, we have to be a unified team. And I've seen multiple different Air Wing ship teams come together, and when we work together as a team and we'll understand each other and try to support each other the best we can, that's where our greatest successes will be. And lastly, it's understanding those tasks, because as the ship and the Air Wing gets more interaction, we'll get to understand each other's jobs better. We'll understand the value of those different jobs and how they complement our aspect of what we need to do. Nobody's job out here is more important than anybody else's. If we didn't need them, we wouldn't have them out here. So just making sure that everybody understands that their job is important, that they do their best at it, and they prepare as best that they can, so that when we get out there and we're asked to do combat missions, that we're ready to do it and we execute it to make our families back home proud. So Carrier Wing 7 has 1,700 people and 75 aircraft. Of those squadrons, right now we have 7 of our 8 that we'll have for deployment on board. But the squadrons consist of 4 F-18 squadrons that are strike fighter aircraft. They're responsible for air defense or attacking other aircraft, shooting aircraft down, and also dropping bombs. You have our EA-18G squadron, and that squadron is airborne electronic attack. We'll have an E-2 squadron eventually, and they're airborne early warning, and they also can do surface search. We have 2 helicopter squadrons assigned. HSC squadron that has the ability for surface combat to protect the aircraft carrier, more specifically from smaller ships. We also do combat search and rescue, plane guard type events. They also are very important for logistics moves within the strike group. And then we have an HSM squadron, and their primary role is for surface and subsurface searching. They can, one, have a pretty powerful radar and an electronic surveillance suite that they can see things a long ways away from the ship, and then they also have the ability to look below the surface for any subsurface contact. I'm most looking forward to the opportunity to see how strong we can make our team. You know, we're in total about 5,000 people out here. Everybody's got their own, job and mission, but to work together as a team, for everybody to get on board with the idea that without working together, doing our best to help each other, that we'll never be that great team in achieving our greatest potential. And that's also going to require everybody to take on ownership. It's not just about it's his problem or her problem, it's our problem as a team. So working together, seeing how far we can go, and taking a lot of pride in being part of a great organization is what I'm really looking forward to the most. It's really exciting to be back on the Abraham Lincoln. I did a deployment on the Abraham Lincoln in 2002. We had a great team then, and I'm looking forward to getting to see how we can take that even farther now.